Hello, it's Susan Duclos with All News Pipeline. It's February 12th, 2017, and I want to talk about mysterious booms. For years, they've been reported all across the world. Latest one, this was from 15 hours ago at the Event Chronicle, and it talks about a couple of mysterious booms Wednesday in Washington rattled residents of the Port Angeles area and seem to be coming from the Strait of Juan de Fuca. But the cause remains undetermined, and that is the similarity to all the booms. I'm going to bring you to a report when we're done with this, showing just those reported in the news in 2017. Each of these news reports all uses most use the same word, mysterious. Nobody seems to know where they're coming from, and that includes local authorities. So with this one, it says the Peninsula Daily News checked with the Clallam County's Sheriff Office, the Coast Guard, Navy, Joint Base Lewis McChord, Canadian Forces, and the Weather Service, and no one could account for the unusual sounds. One resident, Michelle Cock, heard two booms at her home. The first vibrated the floor and rattled the windows, and she heard another one about 5 minutes later. It goes on to report that the newspaper reports loud booms have been reported occasionally on the northern end of the Olympic Peninsula. So again, I'll put this link in there as well as the other one that keeps track of these stories on a weekly basis, so you can see how they've increased in January 2017 once again. Let's go on over to that site. This is a site called StrangeSounds.org, and they do an excellent job of tracking these. They've done it for years, and they always make sure that they link to the source of the report, so it's not just them saying, "Oh, I got a report here, I got a report there." They're actually linking to the reports, and it says mysterious booms are shaking and shaking are actually quite common around the world, but why are these loud booms and rumblings being heard so often around the world? And they point out that there's been a long list of speculation: alien invasion, exploding meteors, earthquakes, or just signs of major earth changes. But let's go down to the actual list. And he says here's a list of mystery booms reported around the world. The list is not exhaustive, and if you want more, go through my posts. There are much more. And thanks to Enigma Seeker for his mysterious boom videos. So now we're just going to go through the ones in 2017, January 2017. There was one on January 30th. Mysterious booms are being heard around New Orleans, and their source, WWL-TV. Two mystery blasts baffled DC. That's the Washington Post that reported that on January 29th. It was in Maryland, and they have two links for that. January 24th, several people across San Diego County reported hearing a loud, mysterious boom, and that's NBC San Diego. January 20th, 10,000 homes lose power as residents hear loud explosion in Marina. That's from Evening Post. January 19th, loud booms followed by a flash of pinkish light rattle homes, and that's in New Orleans again. January 18th, Mount Holly, North Carolina, and that was reported by ABC News. January 17th, Canterbury, that was on Kent Live. January 16th, that's felt as earthquake, so that one is explained. It's not so mysterious. January 16th, huge mystery bang heard across the Greater Manchester. Manchester Evening News. We'll skip the explosions again. Those aren't mysterious. January 12th, loud shaking sonic boom in North Yorkshire. January 6th, nighttime booms, house shaking, red flash in Louisiana skies. So that's three now just in Louisiana in January. So what's going on there? January 6th, the mysterious boom rattled windows and a few nerves around Hermiston, Oregon. That came from the East or Oregonian. And January 5th, loud vibrating noise heard and felt across Liverpool. January 4th, Missouri, loud booms heard in Grandview, Belton, and Raymore. So whatever caused that had to be pretty big. January 4th, mysterious booms rattle parts of Spokane, Washington. And on the 3rd, mystery boom rattles houses in Southington, Walcott, and Chelsea areas in Connecticut. Now, just as an example of how many you saw in January, in December of 2016, there was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 listed. So you can see there's definitely been an increase in January 2017. And once again, nobody knows why. So feel free to weigh in the comments. What are these? Earthquakes that just aren't registering? I mean, some of these are shaking homes, rattling windows. So weigh in the comment section. What do you think is going on here? And why is it increasing in 2017? Have a good day.